Hello, everyone. This is Elfluencer coming to you live from New York. I'm joined with a very special guest today, Mr. Canon. I've met a lot of people over my life that have enjoyed comic books and appreciated comic books and movies, but I never met anyone with the level of forensic detail that my friend Mr. Canon here has. So I hope you guys enjoy the show and stick around. Mr. Canon, what got you into comics?
Well, influencer, I'd say that what got me into comics was really animation.
Animation.
As a kid, I was more into cartoons and actually reading my brother's collection. So animation's what got me into Batman and Spider-Man and X-Men.
Oh, so it's the reverse of what usually people read comics and then get into animation.
Exactly.
So yours was the reverse.
Mine was the reverse. I loved the Stan Lee action hour that presented Iron Man and Fantastic Four, 94, 96, and I loved, I still love Batman and Spider-Man, so there's that. So that got me into comics.
So you started backwards, kind of.
Yes, I started backwards and much later in life.
Okay. What are some of the titles that you're currently reading?
That's a big chunk. Right now, I am reading Jeremy Adams' Green Lantern. I'm reading Mark Waid's Justice League and World's Finest.
Justice League, okay.
And I'm actually, let's see, Justice League, Green Lantern, World's Finest, current volume 7 of Amazing Spider-Man, and...
Amazing Spider-Man, the new series.
Yes, the current volume that just came out literally a week ago, and I am also rereading Paul Dini's Gotham City Sirens, the good version.
Okay, that sounds like a good grab bag.
Yeah.
So, anything else?
Let's see. Oh, well, I feel like as an honorable mention, I'm also reading, manga-wise, I'm reading Boruto Blue Vortex.
Boruto, okay, nice. You're reading Japanese or English versions?
No, English versions.
Okay, got it. Where do you see the future of comics? Do you think they're doing the right thing now, or do you think it's getting a little bit too repetitive, or do you think they need to have different crossovers, or what do you think is the future of comics to get people to keep reading them?
I honestly... Your stance on repetitive, your repetitive input does make sense, because when it comes to at least Marvel and DC, I feel like they are having the trouble of recycling the original storyline ideas that they already used, but trying to do sequels to them to see if it'll work, but it's not working because the sales show it.
Yeah, like how many times can you tell the Superman story again and again and again?
Now, on the Superman side, it's different because you have the Absolute Universe actually, I guess, doing well. People like those versions of Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman for now, and even Wally West because it's a little darker. But everything else that's where it's at for both of them. You have stuff like Civil War 2, no one asked for that. They do as one as the original, and then independent comics is where it's at. It seems people love Energon, people love the new G.I. Joe and Transformers books.
Indie comics, okay. I didn't even think about indie comics. That's a good point. Indie comics. So you feel like one of the best ways to keep the comic universe going is to have independent people have an opportunity to put their ideas forth.
Yep.
That's good. I would plug my independent comic right now, but I'm just going to stay quiet for now. Let's get into some of the comics that are out now. Like there's three things I would want to address: Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Last Ronin, and Invincible. What do you think about those three titles?
Those three titles are great. I will confess I've never read Invincible past issue 1.
Okay. And at least you have one.
And I'm enjoying the show, which is...
okay. But you've seen the show, but not the comics.
I read the comic. I read issue 1 of the comic literally when they announced the cartoon and the
fish. Got it. Because you hadn't heard of it really much before that, right?
No, I had heard about it as a property. I knew it was going on equally as long as Walking Dead, and it seemed very popular.
Yeah.
But I just never read it. But I've seen all the collections. I just never got into it. But I did read issue 1 before the show started. Before the show,
okay, good. So you had a head start.
Yeah, I just haven't.
And what do you think about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and also separately Last Ronin?
That's kind of a biased thing for me because I've been a fan of the Turtles since I was a kid, mostly because of the 87 cartoon into the 90s, and of course the original 90s trilogy. It has a special place in my heart, mostly the original film and Secret of the Ooze. And I'm the only person on the planet that feels that 3 needs a remake.
The time traveling one?
Okay. Because I always enjoyed the Turtles in Feudal Japan.
Yeah. And guys, by the way, we're big fans of Ninja Turtles. If you knew us personally, we could spend hours talking about it. We don't want to bore people, but we do want to stimulate conversation and have you guys' opinions, your ideas and your opinions about the comics of Ninja Turtles going on right now. Let us know in the comments what you think. If you had to choose between all of those three, which one would you pick as the best one?
You mean film-wise?
No, the Turtles. Like Turtles, the
Oh.
regular series,
Well.
Last Ronin, or Invincible.
Honestly, right now, even though I read my fair share of IDW up to those 150 issues, I really like Last Ronin for what it's doing.
Last Ronin, because it's doing something totally different.
Yeah.
And it's darker and it's grittier.
Right.
Right?
And I'm enjoying the sequel to that, the continuation of that universe, evolving these. I feel like the new characters given space can be popular.
Re-evolution.
Yep.
Okay, so the new Turtles, there's 4 new Turtles, and sorry for the spoiler, but I think one of them has superpowers. So I'm really excited about that part. The other Turtles never had any superpowers, and I always felt like, they're fighting wizards, they're fighting aliens, they're fighting people with superpowers, and they don't have superpowers. So I always felt they were at a disadvantage. I used to get mad about that.
But that's the thing. It's sort of like there are powered individuals in the Turtles universe, but at the same time, that makes the Turtles the Batman of the world.
The Batman of the world, yeah. But Batman had like metal and robotic equipment and technology, but, and Turtles only had Donatello.
Exactly. So in that sense, the Turtles are the Green Arrow Batman of their world.
Yeah, I agree. We talked about Last Ronin, Re-Evolution a little bit, how the characters are interesting, and is the Turtles still an indie comic? No, right? Because
no,
I don't think they're considered an indie anymore because they're owned by Paramount, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's owned by Paramount now. It was before that. It was Viacom. Viacom bought it. So that's
Nickelodeon
got it in 2009.
Got it. Yeah, so we can't count Turtles as independent anymore.
Not anymore. It's been about 40 years of being non-independent.
Yeah, you're right. It used to be, but they were once a little guy and they turned into a big guy, so that's okay. Lastly, let's just touch on some films. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, I guess, Marvel and DC. There's 2 elephants in the room. Why do you think they keep making the movies that they currently make? I mean, I don't know. I mean, Captain Marvel, the last Captain Marvel,